Good day, everybody. So let's start the class. Welcome to ISP 3026, another exciting class for SIMNet. So first of all, log into your Schoology, look for my course, and then click on the course. So whatever your course is, click on it, and then click on SIMNet folder. Okay, so that way you come on SIMNet. So always click on the small arrow. SIMNet has to be in a different tab, so I click on it. The SIMNet has to be in different tab, right? So this is SIMNet tab and this is Schoology tab. So go to your course. So in here, go SIMNet student and go to your course. Okay, so you're able to see chapter number 5 now. Okay, so chapter number 5, you're able to see chapter number 5 right here. Click on chapter number 5 and you're able to see the book, you're able to see the homework, and you're able to see the classwork. So click on classwork and start file. Okay, once you click on start file, it will download on your local computer. Okay, so you can click on from here or you can go from here on downloads and you're able to see the file as well, right? So double click on it and make your file ready. Okay, so you open up your file, you make your file ready. So now what we are going to do, we are going to read instructions. Okay, so where to read instructions? The instructions are given to us right in here. So we are going to read step by step from here and complete on Excel. As I always mention to you that I opened this page instruction on my phone. I read it from my phone and I complete it on my Excel. So you can do that too. So I don't have to change the screens all the time because I'm reading all the instructions from my phone and then completing it on my Excel sheet, guys. So now Taran comes to me and asks me, sir, what kind of a file are we doing this time? We are going to do this time to a file which has some information on a real estate company. Okay, so what is the information on the real estate? Date of purchase, who is the agent, buyer, what is the house type, bedrooms, bathrooms, fireplace, near schools, what is the purchase price, what is the interest rate, and which bank are giving us the mortgage and mortgage years. So this is a very exciting file today because this is a real estate, and then I have two sheets in here. One is sales data and one is loan worksheet. So I click on loan worksheet and I can take a look at it. This is the loan worksheet. If I borrow this much money, how much money I have to give it as EMI. So everybody know what is EMI. EMI is equally monthly payments, right? So let's, without any further delay, let's jump into the file. So click on sales data and let's start the file, guys. So now, and first step is enable editing. So I click on enable editing and then that is my first step. Enable editing. My file is ready to start work on it, right? Next one we are going to do, I'm going to read the step number 3. So step number 3 says format the data on sales data, white table style medium 1. Okay, so select any data. So I click on A1 and then home tab, format, and format table as. So format, go home, format as table. Click on it. And then what did it say? White table style medium 1. So white table style medium. So this is what is called white table style medium 1. So under medium, you have light, you have medium, you have dark. So under medium, the first option is your choice. Click on it, right? And it says where is the data for your table? Is this your table? Yes. And your tables had headers. Is this button on and off? So when we have something inside, so this is on, and when we click on it, this is off. So we make it on. Do not touch it. We make it on. Keep it as is. Press OK. So see what happens. Our data is being changed into a table. So Taran comes to me, sir, what is the difference between before and after? So now, guys, we have now here, we have the headers attached, right? So these are headers. This is now the table has been converted, the data has been converted into table. Okay, so click OK, our data is being converted. Now remove banding from the number. Next one, number step. So banded rows, right? So right here, you are able to see table design. Under table design, you are able to see header row on, total row off, banded rows. Make them off, right? So click on off. I click on, and that is off. Okay, then we are going to change the table name. What is the table name? Take a look at your extreme left hand side. It says table name right here. Okay, so we are going to put the table name. What are the do's and don'ts we can do in? There's no space. Okay, we can put a name, capital letters, small letters, but there should not be any space. And then press enter. Enter is must. Okay, so let's do it, guys. What is the name? Remove this. Sales, S capital, data, D capital. Okay, without space. And you must press enter. Okay, so now our table has the name. So now Taran comes to me, asks me, sir, how is it possible? Now I click here, there is no table. Once I click here, the table comes on, and I can see the name of the table remains sales data. So that means the name has been changed. Next one. Now I asked Taran, how many total rows do we have, or how much data do we have? He said, that's easy, no problem. I go at the very end and take a look at the last row. Okay, so last row, let's take a look. How can we go at the bottom of the page really fast or in one click? Control end, please. Right, and it will take me to the right at the bottom of the page, and he said 139. Wrong. Why 139 is wrong? The reason why, guys, control home. So go home. So go right on the top of the page, control home. The first row is our titles, guys. The headings. So that means that is not included. That means the total number of rows, rows or data is 138. Now let's take a look at, is this possible? Is this right? So total number of row. How? In one click. Table design, total row on or off? That is off. Make them on. So it says that total is 3680. Okay, so but what we are going to do is under buyers. Okay, so go under buyers first. Go under buyers first, and under buyers we have to click on this button right beside it. Its small button appears automatically, and put count. How many buyers do we have? We have 138 buyers, and that's the number of the data, guys, as well. Okay, so control S, please. Why we're controlling S? The reason why we control S, because we do not want to lose our data, right? And then bedrooms. Click on the bedrooms. Okay, how many bedrooms? Average bedrooms. So we have 3, 4, 1 bedroom as well. Okay, so but we want to see how many average. So click on average. Average is 3. And then click on bathrooms. How many bathrooms on average? Okay, so click on average again. Okay, 1.4992756. Too big number. Okay, so what are we going to do? We are going to decrease this number by 2 only. So we have only 2 decimals, 1.45, right? And then the purchase price. Okay, purchase price, average, 414,275, correct? And then the rate. Okay, and here average as well, 3.82. And then mortgage years. Okay, and average here as well. So 27.97 and only 2 decimals. So I can increase decimals, and this is how we decrease decimals, guys. Control S, please. Okay, so next step is we're going to go right on the top of the page. So control home, we go right on the top of the page. Is called date of purchase, right? So date of purchase, I have 2022 as well. I have 2021, I have 2022, then so 2022 one. So I want to do the date of purchase in a way that the latest date comes on the top. So that means we have 2 different kind of sorting. A to Z means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and Z to A means 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? So we want to do is Z to A. So click on this small arrow. right? And it says A to Z or Z to A. I want to do the newest one right on the top. Okay, so I want to do newest one on top. I can do it from here, and I can also do it from this as well, guys. So formulas, data, and right here, this button, I can do it from here as well, right? So click on this, and it will bring me the latest one right on the top. So 32722 is my latest one, which is right on the top, guys, right? So this is the first step for sorting. And then I want to do with agent. Okay, so how to do it, agent? From here, click here, and then from agent, click on select all. So select all means all these ones are selected. I do not want to all select of these. I want to do it by owner only. Okay, so select all. Once you select all the on buttons becomes off. So which one I want? I want by owner only. So I click by owner. That's it, done. Press OK. So how many records do we have now? In total, we have 28 records, guys. Right now, because I want to find the right home for the person, so now I am sorting because I have total how many. So in here, select all. I have so many in total, but now I want out of total by owner sale is only 28. Then bedrooms, right? So I click on bedrooms, select all. I'm only looking for 3 and 4 because I have a family of 4. I'm looking for a house for family of 4. So they cannot be in one bedroom. They cannot be in 2 bedrooms, either the 3 or 4, right? So press OK. Now, how many I have? I have 12 houses to show, correct? Now, the next one, I need to find out what is my date of purchase and the purchase price. So purchase price are 445, 425, 440, and so on, right? The top one is 600. So now the next step is, okay, so this is what we are going to do next is we are going to make a chart and a graph on the basis of this data. So when we grade 9, 10, what do we need to make a graph and charts? We need pencils, we need graph paper, we need rubber, we need eraser. But here we do not need all that information, that equipment, guys. The reason why we are making everything digital, and only thing what we need is the data. Is the data available? Yes, the data is available for 12 properties right here. So how to use this data? First, go to a column. We are not going to highlight date of purchase, right? So write the A column, A2, all the way down to A121. And then press the control button and purchase price. Again, remember, do not highlight the heading, right? And then go to insert, I want a line chart, right? Or line graph. So number 1 is column. Number 2 is, all the charts are here. Number 2 is line or area. Yes, that's the one I'm looking for. Which one? Number 1. 2D number 1. 2D number 1. So what is number 1 is? Number 1 is called line chart, guys. So click on line chart. The chart has been created. Simple, on basis of our data, guys. Now, this line chart is overlapping with my data. Control S first, please, guys. This line chart is overlapping with my data. That means Taran comes to me and asks me, sir, then where this chart does not belong here. Where this chart belong to, right? So we are going to move the chart. How to move the chart, guys? Into a new sheet. How can we move the chart? Click on table design. Um, First click on the chart. Once you click on the chart, so see the difference. Once I click on the chart, I have the chart design and the format. Both options comes on chart. Click on chart design, and there is an option called move chart, right? So click on move chart, and it says new sheet or object in. I need to move new sheet, guys. So new sheet is, the name of the new sheet is new sheet, right? So box type, we are going to do right by owner sales. So new sheet name is by owner sales. Press OK. And then what happens by owner sales? This chart comes into that sheet, guys, by itself. Okay. Next one, I want to change the title of the chart. So if you go in and you simply delete it, do not delete it, guys. If you delete it, then you will lose the space. I do not want to delete it. I want to backspace it, guys. To bring it back is how? Click on the plus button and click on the chart title. So it will come back again, and click on, and then backspace it, guys. Backspace it. Do not delete it. By owner sales, right? By owner sales comes it right there. Then what are we going to do is, next step, we change the name of our chart title. Next step is we want to put the values up here on the lines. How I can do that? Click on the chart, and you're able to see, click on the chart. Next step is I did it on my chart title, and then on the lines I need to do the data labels. How I can do that? Click on the chart, and you're able to see three buttons right here. The first button is called chart elements. Do not click on the buttons. Bring your mouse and it will tell you the name of those buttons. Number 2, chart style. Number 3, chart filters. Now click on number 1, chart elements, and you are able to see data labels right here. So data labels, bring your mouse, data labels, you are able to see the values. It is on? No, it is not on. Turn it on, right? Next step, click on the small arrow right beside it and data callout. Data callout. So data will look like something this, right? And then click on chart element again, chart element, and then error bars. Okay, is this error bar on? No. Click on error bar. Okay, and click on error bar, and that's it. Okay, and then come out of it, and this is how it will show on your chart and graph. Control S, please. Next step, what we want to do is we want to change the style of this graph and chart. How to change the graph and chart style? Click on your graph and you're able to see the second option is called chart styles, right? Click on the chart styles and choose style number 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now then comes to me, sir, is there easy way to find out the chart style? Because if I'm counting it, I have to move it down. Is there easy way? Yes, that's an easy way. How to do it, guys? Take a look. If you go under chart design, you're able to do chart styles right here. So click on the small arrow and choose style number 11. Is it easy? Yes, it is. It is right in the front of your eyes. You choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You count it, comes in, click on it, and without clicking you bring your mouse and it will show you style number 11. Click on it and now it will choose style number 11. Control S, please. Correct? Perfect. So now next step. So the next step is I want to, so come on sales data, I click on sales data, I come back into my original master sheet. Now next step, I want to create a pivot table. Now, pivot table is a new and advanced term which I teach to my teachers as well, guys. Okay, so this is something to do with advanced. It's called pivot table. And on basis of pivot table, it's also a table, graph, and charts. So how can we make a graph and charts? We need data. Do we have data? Yes, we do have a data here, right? On basis of this data, we are going to create a pivot table. Okay, so let's jump into and make a pivot table. How to make a pivot table? First, we need to find out which column or which data we need to make a pivot table. So I click on agent. I need the agent B1. I need all the agents B1, right? So now go insert recommended pivot table, insert recommended pivot tables, insert recommended pivot tables, and it says in here sum of purchase price by agent, the first option, sum of purchase price by agent. Choose that and press OK. Now what happens is another sheet added which have my pivot table. So this is what pivot table looks like, guys. right? So now in this pivot table, let's try to understand a couple of things. In here, all the headings comes on because I chosen an agent. Agent is on automatically, right? At the bottom, we have 4 boxes, and here we have the data. So we understand the data right now. By owner, this much is the price. By Century 21 is this much the price. Homes and Garden, Remax, and Williams. But this is the sum of price, guys. It is very high pricing, right? So I need to find out the average. This is the sum. Okay, so now how to change that? Right in here in 4 boxes, we have written one box. It says agent, rows are agents, and values are sum of average price. So click on the small arrow and value field settings and choose average. Okay, so again, click on the small arrow. This comes on, choose average, press OK. Now you take a look at is 420,714 is buy from the owner. So average price of all housing comes right here. But what type of housing are these average prices, right? So house type, is it on or off? This is off. Turn it on. Are you able to see the data? Are you able to understand the data? The data is this much. So Taran comes to me and asks me, sir, I do not understand. What does that mean? So make this data very simple. How? Now, these are 4 boxes. I can move my data and arrange the data according to my need, according to my understanding. So house type is in under rows right now. Move it to column. Okay. Average, move it to filters. Right. So now an agent, move it to values. So I can move around how many colonials, how many condominium, how many county, how many ranch, and how many is grand total, right? So I can move my data around. So bring agent back to rows and purchase price back to values. Okay, and change it to average. And once you click on average, you are able to understand the data from by owner. Colonial type of houses is this much. Condominiums are this much. Contemporary is this much. And ranch is this much. And grand total is this much. Done? Absolutely. Right? So this is called a pivot table. We created a pivot table. Okay. The next step we want to do in a cell, we want to make a graph and charts. So can I make a graph and a chart in one cell, something like this? This is very small. The answer is yes, but this is not the regular graph and charts which we made it here. This is not the chart and graph which we can make it in a one cell. So now Taran comes to me and asks me, sir, then what type of cell you're talking, what type of graph and charts you're talking about? We can do the graph and charts, but that is a smaller size. That's a different type. So for that, first we have to do is select the range. So what is the range? I'm writing the range here. You don't have to write it. You have to highlight it, guys. So this is called a range. Okay. So B5 to E9. I go in B5 to E9. First, we highlight the range. Yes. Then we go to insert, 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 sparklines, sparklines, right? There are 3 kinds of sparklines. One is called line, column, win and loss. I want column. Okay, so now column, it says data range, P5 to E9. I highlighted the range and it says where, location, G5 to G9. Okay, G5 to G9. You have to choose the location, highlight the location, press OK. See what happens? Your graph and charts being created inside the small boxes, guys. Inside the small box, right? Press OK, and this is how you make a line. You make a spark line. So now what we have to do is we make a graph and charts on basis of with the help of our pivot table. So click on the pivot table anywhere. I click here, right? I would like to now my pivot table selected. Now notice something that you click here, my pivot table menu is gone. I click here, pivot table menu comes on automatically. But in case you by mistake close this, now you do this, it will not come back on. Now, where is that gone and how can turn it on? So go to analyze, pivot table analyze, field list. You have to turn it on and that will start coming on back again, right? So this is how this one turn on and off. Now go to click somewhere on the pivot table, go design, go pivot table analyze, and you're able to see pivot chart, right? Click on pivot chart and first bar chart type, and click on OK. So bar chart type, this is one bar chart type, right? And press OK. So this is how your graph has been created, guys. Okay, and then this chart is overlapping with my data. So what I have to do is, guys, I have to bring it down to C13 from the white part, C13 to I, C13 to I29, C13 from here to I29. Done. Control S, please. Okay, so next step is we completed this sheet. Now we are going to the loan worksheet, the last sheet. Okay, click on loan worksheet. We click on loan worksheet, and loan worksheet looks like something like this. So let's try to understand. Now, a client comes to me and asks me, I can pay the mortgage, but for example, I pay $1,000, I pay $2,000, I pay $4,000. How much house can I afford? So this is the question. So now the question is other way around. Loan payment per 200,000 borrowed, 3.70 is my monthly rate, mortgage rate for 20 years, right? So my rate, I'm paying $1,180.58. 3.70 for 15 years. How much is the rate? 20 years. How much is the rate? And 30 years. How much is the rate? Right? So now how to calculate that? Now let's do that. B5, click on B5. That's the monthly payment I can afford for my mortgage, right? So B5 to E25, highlight B5 to E25, right? Next one, data. Click on data. What if analysis? Click on data. What if analysis? Under data table, click on data table. Now, under data table, it is asking me about row input cell and column input cell. Row input cell. Which one? C2. So what is in C2? How many years? 20 years. Column, what is the interest rate? A2, right? Press OK. Once you press OK, you will get all the amounts. If the same $200,000 borrowed for 15 years, the price is at 3.70. The rate is 1449.49. For 20 years, 118058. For 30 years, $920 at 3.70. 3.75, 3.80, 3.90, 4%, 4.5%, 4.65%, whatever the case may be. It's calculated all the amount for you. Okay, Control S, please. So now the next step is, if you can afford this loan, so now you can take a look at G3. If you can afford this loan payment 920, rate is 3.70, years are 30, you borrowed this much, 200,000. So let's suppose Taran comes to me and asks me, sir, no, I'd like to pay $950 instead of 920. How much money can I borrow? So on basis of this calculation, I can borrow 200,000. So he said, no, I can pay $1,000, I can pay $950, I can pay $2,000, whatever the case may be, different scenarios. So we can calculate for $950. Let's see how much we have if he can pay $950 per month. Okay, so click on H4. Okay, what if analysis. Now, which option do you think we want to choose? My goal is to find out how much payment, how much money can I borrow if I can make a payment of $950 per month. So the goal seek is, we click on goal seek. Set cell, H4. Why H4? Because in here we want to find out how much money. So to value, what value? $950, right? And by changing cell H9, what is an H9? H9 is my borrowed amount, right? So I press OK. the system will automatically calculate and give me the total money basis of 950. The total money I can borrow is $206. Then comes to me, no, 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 sir, can you show it again? Can you do it again with $1,200? Yeah, no problem. That's easy. How? What if analysis? Goal seek. Now H4, $1,200. Okay, by changing H9. Okay, so now I can borrow $260. Right? So this is how you can calculate with different amounts. Somebody comes 1,500, somebody says I can pay 1,800. So whatever somebody says, you can put this. This is kind of a calculator. Whatever your goal is, you can punch it in, and that will calculate your total money you can borrow, amount, whatever it is in there. Right? So this is how you can do it. Now, my book says goal seek $950. So change it to 950. Easy. And H9. Right? Press OK and press OK again. So this is how it will work. Control S, please. Right? And then I Control S, close the file, go into my SimNet, upload my file, and this is my file right here. Press submit, and this is how much point I got. Okay, it will prepare my results, and I got 96.55% because I made a mistake. So click here and it will tell you what mistake did you do. Right, so worksheet niche number 2 does not have any bar charts. This is the mistake what I did. Right, I have to put it into this chart. So now if I want to correct the space, I can go back in, download the same file, or make a changes and then upload it again. Right, so this is my file for today, everybody. So you can upload your file after on Schoology, and then you are able to see your points, your grades. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I will see everybody next week for this another exciting assignment on SimNet. So please don't miss my next video. Thank you very much and take care. Bye for now.